In the book of Genesis, we are told the account of the first murder of the world. A brother killing another brother in a cruel way. Murder is one of the most heinous and oldest crimes in the world. When the world is only a few days old, we read that Abel was murdered by his own brother, Cain. Part of that makes it so shocking that it seems to come out of nowhere. Here's the Bible's cryptic account. Later, Adam had sexual relations with his wife Eve. She became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. She said, "I have given birth to a male child, the Lord." And she did it again, giving birth to his brother Abel. Abel shepherded flocks and Cain became a farmer. Later, after a while, Cain brought an offering to the Lord from the fruit that he had harvested, while Abel brought the best parts off some of the firstborn from his flock. The Lord looked favorably upon Abel and his offering, but he did not look favorably upon Cain and his offering. When Cain became very upset and depressed, the Lord asked Cain, "Why are you so upset? Why are you depressed? If you do what is appropriate, you'll be accepted, won't you? But if you don't do what is appropriate, sin is crouching near your doorway, turning toward you. Now as for you, will you take dominion over it?" Instead, Cain told his brother Abel, "Let's go out to the wilderness." When they were outside in the fields, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. Later, the Lord asked Cain, "Where's your brother Abel?" "I don't know," he answered. "Am I my brother's guardian?" "What did you do?" God asked. "Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Now you're more cursed than the ground, which has opened to receive your brother's blood from your hand. Whenever you work the ground, it will no longer yield its produce to you, and you'll wander throughout the earth as a fugitive." Genesis 4 verses 1 to 12. With man came the crime. The sons of Adam and Eve were the perpetrator and victim of the first murder. Cain killed Abel. Reason, envy, secret evil, the worst of deadly sins. And God, before punishing Cain, assured him the right of defense. Then the Lord asked Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" He replied, "I do not know, I am responsible for my brother." Genesis 4, 9 to 10. God was furious at Cain's response. He showed no repentance and was still proud. But there seems to be more to that story. Just before Cain kills Abel in the field, the verse says, Cain spoke to Abel his brother, but the Bible does not tell us what they were talking about. Could they have argued about something that led to Abel's murder? There is a book written by the Jewish scholars in the year 1 before Christ called Midrash that gives us other explanations for what happened, each with a different philosophical reason for sibling rivalry. About heritage and property. According to a Midrash, it all comes down to what has caused a lot of conflict in families over time, the division of property and inheritance. Realizing that they were the only humans around, Cain and Abel decided to share the possession of the world. One would take all the land and things that grew out of it, while the other would take moving objects like animals and the like. So one became a farmer and the other a shepherd. It happened, however, that Cain said to Abel, "The land you are in is mine," while Abel replied, "What you are wearing is mine." One said, "Take off," the other replied, "Get off the ground." It was because of this dispute that Cain arose and murdered Abel. Others say that they both divided the land and the movable objects, but they were disagreeing about which part the future temple should be built. About a woman. Another explanation is that they were fighting for a woman. According to the Midrash, both Cain and Abel were born with twin sisters, with whom they married. However, Abel was born with two sisters, and they fought to see who would marry the extra wife. Cain said that he was the eldest and therefore it was his right, while Abel claimed that as she was born along with him, it was his right. About theology. Cain, seeing that his offering was not accepted but that of his brother, said to Abel, "It seems that God is not just and shows favoritism." Abel replied, "Heaven will not let it be as you say, but yes, the reason my offering was accepted was because it was better." Cain, in turn, replied, "There seems to be no reward and punishment for good or evil." Abel said, "Surely the righteous are rewarded and the wicked punished." It was from this fight that Cain ended up killing Abel. Although the Midrash explains that Cain ultimately killed Abel because of money, a woman, or theology, perhaps one reason why the Torah records the incident in an enigmatic way is to teach us an important lesson. Cain may have been jealous because God accepted Abel's offering, not his, but God explained to him it was his own fault that his offering was not accepted. His brother's offering did not make his offering worse or better in comparison. The responsibility fell on Cain to improve himself. Similarly, we should not be envious of others, rather, it is up to us to improve ourselves. Thanks for watching until the end. Help us by liking the video, subscribing to the channel and sharing. Until the next video. May the peace of God be with you.